Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Toronto Police Headquarters. Today, Toronto Police Service Board Chair Shelley Carroll will be making an announcement. Chief Demkiw will also be providing remarks. Following remarks, both the Chair and the Chief will be available to take questions from the media. Chair?
Thank you so much, and thank you for waiting after a long day at the Police Board. So good afternoon to everyone. The Toronto Police Service Board has taken a very important step today to secure the future leadership of our city's police service. I am proud to announce that the board has renewed the contract of Chief Myron Demkiw for a further 4 years. Chief Demkiw has demonstrated unwavering dedication to the people of Toronto, a steady and thoughtful approach to leadership, and a genuine commitment to building trust with communities and with the members of the service. His approach has been marked by a commitment to accountability, transparency, and modernization. In extending his mandate, the board is sending a clear message that stability in leadership is critical at this moment, and we are confident that Chief Demkiw will continue to provide it. Toronto is a dynamic and diverse city, and the challenges of policing here are complex. The board believes that Chief Demkiw is uniquely positioned to lead this service forward, to strengthen public safety, and to advance accountability and trust. On behalf of the Police Board, I want to thank Chief Demkiw for his service and commitment thus far. We look forward to working with him in the years ahead. I'm going to hand it over to Chief Demkiw now.
Thanks, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Chair, for your words and for the confidence you and the Toronto Police Service Board have placed in me. I would like to acknowledge all our partners at City Hall, the Mayor, and all levels of government who work with us to deliver community safety and well-being in Toronto. I want to thank community leaders and community members who are engaged and are helping to guide the service. And most importantly, I want to thank our members. Every success we have had as an organization is because of their commitment and their belief in the mission of keeping Toronto safe. Whether it's the officer doing a night shift, the investigator solving a complex case, the parking enforcement officer working to keep our city moving, or civilian professionals helping our service run smoothly, you each have an important role to play in keeping our communities safe. Every day I'm grateful for and proud to work with all of you. You continue to inspire me, and as Chief, one of my top priorities will always be to make sure that you have what you need to succeed. When I became Chief in 2022, I stated my priorities clearly: to improve trust in and within the service, to accelerate police reform and professionalization, and to support safer communities. We have made a lot of progress on these priorities already, and our efforts continue. To help guide this work, I presented a renewed policing roadmap to the board earlier today, a roadmap that focuses on community safety and well-being. While we work on this, we look forward to the board's strategic plan, and we will make sure our operational approach is aligned. We will continue to focus on 6 pillars: partnering better with communities and businesses, and with healthcare, housing, and social services providers, not only to respond, but to plan together, work on prevention, address root causes, and hold each other accountable. Hyper-localizing to gain the insights and trust needed to intervene early and respond more effectively. Standardizing investigations to facilitate a whole-of-service approach to crime, break down silos, and increase productivity. Using data more and using it well to identify dangerous people, partner more intelligently, and tailor our approach to the realities on the ground. Being precise and focused to focus our efforts on those who do the most harm in our communities. And making sure we have a healthy Toronto Police Service, which includes member wellness, hiring, and succession planning so that our organization is healthy and able to deliver results. We will continue to talk about our roadmap and our pillars in the coming weeks and months. The Toronto Police Service is the 4th largest municipal police service in North America. Toronto is Canada's largest city and one of the most diverse cities in the world, shaped by complex urban realities. In this context, our renewed operational roadmap will guide our members and ensure our efforts are co-designed, co-developed, and co-delivered in meaningful ways with the communities we serve. So far in 2025, compared to last year, our community safety indicators, including homicides, shootings, and firearm discharges and auto thefts, are all down. And we're continuing our work so that people are safe and feel safe in our city. I've been a police officer for over 35 years here in Toronto. I was born here, I grew up here, and I do love this city. Serving as chief of police is the honor of my life. I want to thank my team on the 7th floor here at headquarters. You all know who you are. Command members, the executive leadership team, senior officers and members. You truly are the very best in policing. To my family, my wife Carm, and my children, thank you for your continued support. I would not be able to succeed without you. I am committed to continuing to work with our members, the chair, the board, the mayor, city council, communities, the Toronto Police Association, the Senior Officers Organization, and all our partners to keep our city safe and deliver real results. Thank you. We'll take questions.
Any questions? Congratulations, Chief, on 4 more years. Wondering if there was a specific achievement that you pride yourself over in the past 3 years, something that stands out as something that you and your team are proud of specifically?
Yeah, I really appreciate that question. Yes, there is. And quite frankly, it's something that I worked very closely with the chair and the board on, and that is the multi-year hiring plan. This is something that has given us a level of certainty and predictability for me as the chief and our leadership group to steward this service and lead this service forward during what we know are very challenging times and very sometimes unpredictable times. And having the certainty of a multi-year hiring plan that the chair and the board supported through city council is absolutely essential for our ability to succeed, and something I am very, very proud of the work our team did with the board and the chair to get across the line.
And speaking of hiring, I know this is something that is happened a number of years back. The year that you were appointed as chief, the Toronto Police Service had just gone through a review of its workforce, and among that review, a number of key issues stood out, one of which was harassment, discrimination, members themselves reporting harassment and discrimination, a history of gender-based discrimination, and also a history of what the members have called abuse that civilian officers are subjected to at times by uniform officers. So wondering, in your time as chief, has the police force made any strides in that department? And if so, tell us how.
That's a really important conversation that question leads to. When I developed my priorities, when I was, given the honor of being selected as chief, the first priority is trust in and importantly within the Toronto Police Service, recognizing that, like many organizations, we were going through a period of internal distrust of some of our processes. And you referenced there's a number of reports that were produced that spoke to the issues we were facing internally. We worked very, very hard under the stewardship of our previous CAO and with the board to address member concerns and to really do everything we can to, first of all, create equitable opportunities for everybody to succeed and see a path for themselves within this organization, civilian, professional, and sworn alike. If you take a look at the makeup of our organization, you are seeing a change. The executive and the senior leadership is significantly diversified. We are continuing to attract incredible talent. We are continuing to recruit and hire with exceptional candidates, and I think that's a testament to some of the changes we've been making to provide people opportunities where they can see themselves succeed in our organization, which addresses some of what you're referencing. But let me be clear, the work is not done. This is something that we are very much committed to continuing, which is why today I continue to reference the 3 priorities from 2022. They're relevant today and will continue to evolve and be committed to by all of us.
Congratulations once again. Can you comment briefly on this speed camera caper that's going on and youth violence that we're seeing throughout the city? Can you briefly comment on that?
Yeah, sure. It's an ongoing investigation, as you know. There's a lot of work happening, and you can understand there was a number of occurrences, which is something that we have investigators across the city collecting evidence, processing evidence, and taking steps to address whatever evidence we are able to uncover. I think importantly also to recognize is we're working very, very closely with our city partners to first of all address the issue, do what we can to prevent these things from happening in the future. And additionally, we are deploying our officers to continue in their efforts related to Vision Zero. I think cameras are a very important strategy the city has as part of our Vision Zero, and our officers complement that effort that we all have collectively in trying to reduce harm on our roadways. And we announced the other day that we will be deploying officers to do enforcement in some of those very areas where those cameras were cut down, and we're going to continue to complement the efforts of the city through Vision Zero with our efforts in enforcement.
And what about youth violence? What are your comments on the youth violence that we're seeing throughout the city and the tremendous work that your officers have done to identify those responsible for that?
I really appreciate you mentioning our members because it's absolutely incredible the effort our members put forward to resolve these public safety issues and issues around violence that we're facing as a city. We saw the efforts of that yesterday with the work of our homicide squad, which, as I said, was a whole of service effort. It really involved so many units and so many members. And when I spoke to the homicide investigators after the press conference, there were team members from many teams who are engaged in that investigation, which really speaks to the teamwork and cohesion we have in our investigative efforts to resolve that particular set of events. But as I said, we've had 13 youths charged this year in homicides. We've had 30 homicides, which is an incredible decrease from previous years, yet we've had 13 young people charged. Incredibly disturbing numbers and not acceptable. When you look at the rate, and we've been sounding the alarm on this for some time, the rate of youth-involved activity in illegal firearms has been dramatically rising over the last couple years. The statistics are very, very concerning. And it really is a call to action for all of us. And it is not just a policing issue. This is all levels of government. The entire system that supports our communities must find a way to come together to solve these issues. We have to get past some of the silos, some of the issues that constrain our ability to share information, and find ways to come together and collaborate that's leading to greater success in disrupting this very troubling trend.
Any more questions? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. That now concludes our press conference.